Hailing from Carson, California, TDE signee Reason is on the path to superstar. Beginning as a basketball player, his smooth transition to rap has been met with great success. His self-described perspective rap style was featured on the Black Panther soundtrack song Seasons. Reason is looking to continue the TDE standard of artistry and gives you a reason why he's one of the rappers to look out for this year. This is Millennials in Music.
My favorite show so far was probably actually the very first one, Eugene, Oregon. It was like crazy, but this is a different tour just because it's a college-driven tour. So the energy's been like super, super high every night. I'm a fan of Jid, so it was dope to be able to go on tour with him. He's a fan of me, so it was like our personalities kind of coexist pretty easily. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, everything's been smooth. Like it's good when you're on tour, because tour is like weird. One personality could throw everything off. So luckily we're on a tour where everybody kind of, you know what I mean, gels together, and it's cool. Just the demographic of the crowd. Jid's fan base is a little younger than J-Rock's was. J-Rock has a more diverse fan base as far as like race too. Jid's is it's mostly college students, mostly white college students, but I mean, for the most part, the biggest difference is you just see like a lot more, like a J-Rock show was like all TDE fans. This one is like Dreamville and TDE fans. So this is a good spot for me to be able to like tap into another market that I haven't tapped into yet. And it's funny because basketball is still my number one. I'm not as good in basketball as I am in rapping, but the biggest thing was just the politics, like having like, I got an offer to go to Greece, and I just knew that playing basketball, I was going to be starting all the way back over from the bottom. Like I worked so hard to get to college, get my scholarship and play, and then now I'm starting all the way back over from the bottom. And it was just something that like playing in college just kind of took the fun out of it, all the business part of it, and I just knew it was only going to get worse because now we're dealing with money involved and whatnot. And started falling in love with music just by like it being therapeutical for me, and told myself I wanted to just give music a try for like a year, and I looked up 4 years later and I was signed and everything was happening. So I really didn't think it was going to run as long as it did. I thought it was just going to be like a little stage I was going through, and it ended up just being something that stuck. So I used to write down Jay-Z lyrics all the time, like just his whole song. I remember the first one I wrote down was 99 Problems. I used to write down Wayne's lyrics, Fabolous lyrics. I've always been a fan of people that can like really, really rap and do like storytelling, but also like wordplay and stuff like that. Like those was always my favorite, because when you read it on the paper, it's like, that's all you really got. You don't have a beat or cadence or nothing like that. You just have what they wrote on the paper. So, but yeah, those are probably like the top three I used to always write down and whatnot. It was just my weird way of like passing time. It's kind of weird thinking back on it now. It's like, it's kind of stupid, but it helped me as far as like studying people. I like the conscious rapper title, but I also feel like it can kind of go both ways, because there's some conscious rappers that I don't like, because I don't like the conscious rappers that try to depict like something that isn't reality. So for me, I really kind of look at myself as a perspective rapper. Like, I just give you different perspective. I'm not telling you what you do is right or wrong. I'm just giving you my perspective, and then I might flip it and give you the other perspective of it, because I feel like it's a good way of like letting people know, A, like I'm going through the things that you're going through, but B, you know, you might feel like you can't get out of it, but here's a perspective of somebody that did get out of it, or here's a perspective of somebody that's going through something worse. So stop complaining about what you're going through and just dig deeper and get out of it. You know what I mean? So I look at myself more of a perspective rapper than a conscious rapper, because I can't say that I'm always a good person. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody can. So you haven't felt pressure or standards until you go into TDE, bro. It's like you can make some of your best records, and then you go down there and sit down and press play for Top, or press play for Dot, or press play for anybody at the label, because it's a lot of moving parts at TDE, a lot of people that go into these albums and picking these records that people don't even know about. And when you sit in that room and there's 18 people at the label, and it's not businessy at all, so it ain't like, you know, you picture yourself walking to a businessy thing, but it's just like you with the homies and you press play, and that bar high, because it's like, it's Q, it's Rock, it's SZA, it's Soul, it's Lance, you know what I mean? It's so many dope artists that it's like, that bar sky high, and that type of pressure is like, if you're not built for it in a competitive nature, like you're not gonna last, 100% you're not gonna last over there. You're just gonna be over there, sitting there depressed, wondering why you can't make the music you need to. Dot, the main thing that I learned from him is just pushing the envelope creatively. Like I remember Dot said this and it stuck with me. He said, Ideas are all floating in the air. It's a bunch of ideas floating in the air. The first one to grab it wins. So it don't got to be the perfect idea. It just got to be you doing something innovative. And you know, as ideas keep moving on, it's harder and harder to grab a new idea because almost everything's been done. So you just got to keep finding ways to be fresh. You know what I mean? So yeah. J-Rock professionalism. Just being on tour with him has shown me that like stuff don't always go right, but it's about the fans first. And J-Rock showed me that it's like if he's not complaining about the way things are going, then how can I complain about it? He got Win, he got Kings there. How can I complain if he's not? So just being a professional and always putting the fans first and always doing what's right for them. You know what I mean? Before anything else. Q, I haven't spent a ton of time with Q, but I did do one session with Q. One thing I learned from Q was just like ad-libs and like stacks on vocals and stuff. Like I just watched him record a song and I picked up a couple things. So it was just more on the technical side of like how you record and stuff like that. SZA, I haven't really learned much from, I haven't got a chance to like really be with SZA like on a one, like we've been in spaces together, but not in a one-on-one place to where I've gotten a chance to like really learn from her. We did have a conversation though, and I did pick up that like when I was going through my process of not being announced and talking to SZA about it, because she went through kind of the same thing where she kind of went through that. She was just telling me that like that patience, it sounds like the hardest thing in the world to do, but like if you really do wait for the right moment, right time for something, like it could strike and be like the perfect situation. So she was just teaching me that, you know what I mean, if I ever need somebody to call or talk to about it, you know, she's there, but just really, really kind of try to trust the process, you know what I mean, regardless, because as artists, we just get super over anxious and whatnot, so yeah. The main advice I give up and coming rappers is just understand that like you're not gonna meet that one person that is just gonna instantly change your life, like in a snap. Like, I think a lot of artists spend a lot of time DMing their links to everybody. Now, and this is me, I did this too. Like, I used to sit there and DM my stuff to everybody, TDE, Dreamville, Atlantic, Universal, leaving comments under people's pictures. That's not like you working hard. And I think sometimes artists think that that is them working hard. It's like them just trying to push and shove their music. Tell artists the biggest thing you could do is just create your own wave. Like, you'll underestimate the power of 300 people rocking with you. If you get 300 people rocking with you that follow you, that really support you and whatnot, those 300 people, one of them is gonna be the person that knows somebody that can change your life. One of them is gonna have an uncle that's a VP at Sony, or a cousin whose baby daddy is a high up at Universal. You know what I'm saying? Like, one of those people are going to be the people that change your life. You know what I mean? And so you can't worry so much. You know, I'm from the same spot as Ab-Soul. I used to always be trying to get people to push music to Ab-Soul and whatnot. It's like, it don't work like that. Like, I don't think nobody's gotten known from an Instagram comment. Like, I don't think that it happened. Nobody leaves a comment and somebody goes to their page and then signs. Like, that's just not how it works. You know what I mean? So build your own following, build your own army, and let them do the work for you. You just focus on continuing to be consistent and building your brand up. So.